In this tutorial, I'm going to show you one application of using quadratic relations. The question would say, we need to find two numbers. Their sum is 15. Their product is 20. So if I add them, I get 15. If I multiply them, I would get 20. Now, if I'm going to try to guess like two numbers whose product is 20, so 2 times 10. 2 times 10 is 20, but 2 plus 10 is 12. It's not 15. 4 times 5, 20. So checking like 4 times 5, that's 20. But 4 plus 5 is 9. And the other option would be 1 times 20. So 1 times 20 is 20. Again, 1 plus 20 is 21. That's not 1. So I'm just going to delete this here. So I'm doing this to show you that guessing here would never work. So technically those numbers would be decimals. We won't find whole numbers. Since those two numbers are variables, so we don't know them, so one of them is x and the other is y, as usual. Or one of them is m and the other is n, and so on. Let's use m and n just for the sake of change. So m plus n equals 15. That's their sum. M times n is 20. We have two equations with two variables. Yes, you're thinking right. We're going back to unit 1 now, slightly. Coefficients is 1, 1. Then I can use substitution. So from this equation, I don't know, let's say find m in terms of n, so probably, or n in terms of m. So let's take n there. It's going to be a negative n. So m equals 15 minus n. Let's take that. Let's make it look nicer. 15 minus n. That's m. That's the value of m in terms of n. I would go plug this value here for m. So instead of m here, I would put 15 minus n times n equals 20. Now I get myself one equation with one variable. Now let's FOIL, expand. So 15 times n, that is 15n. Negative n times n, that's negative n squared equals 20. Now let's make this clear here, that if we have an equation of second degree where we have a square, we have b, we have like the value of b, and we have c, the only way to solve this equation is to arrange them in the form of the standard form, which is like ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. Never try to isolate because you won't go anywhere. So that is x squared. So I'm going to put them in the beginning. So that's negative n squared. That is bx, so plus 15n. I'll just arrange them. So just put this in the beginning square. Then this is 1, so 15n. And I would take this backward because I want them to look like this form. X squared, x, and c. Or variable square, variable, and constant. So that's negative 20 equals 0. And this quadratic equation can be solved using the discriminant. Now, what is the value of a here? A is negative 1. What is the value of b? B is 15. What is the value of c? It's negative 20. So first, let's find the discriminant. B squared minus 4ac. Why do we need to do this first? Now I'm checking because probably those numbers would never exist. So if I got a negative value here for the discriminant, then I would never find two numbers such that their sum is 15 and their product is 20. If I find a positive number, then yes, I can find an answer. So b squared minus 4ac, b squared is 15 squared. 15 squared minus 4, a is negative 1, c is negative 20. 15 squared is 15 times 15, that's 225. Negative times negative times negative. Let's just move my light here a little bit. Negative times negative times negative. That would be positive, negative. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm just adjusting my light so that you can see. Okay. So negative times negative times negative, I'm sorry again. That is negative. 4 times 1, 4 times 20, that is 80. Now technically I'm having a positive number. I'm getting a positive number here. So 225 minus 80, that's 145. That's positive. Then yes, I would have two solutions. Okay. Just moving my board and my light again. So next, since we find that, then the value of n would be, remember the formula, minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So minus b is 20, b is 15, so that's negative 15, plus or minus radical 145, b squared minus 4ac, over 2 times a, and a is negative 1. Now, as I said, this would be the exact value. This would be the exact value of the roots. Those are the two numbers. If you stop here, that's okay. Now, if you want to go forward, calculate one of them. I'm going to use my calculator now just to calculate. So the first one would be negative 15 plus the square root of 145 over negative 2. So first I would calculate this, square root of 145. Square root of 145. So 145 square root, it would be 12.0415. So that is negative 15 plus 12.04. Now I approximated it's 0415, but just over negative 2. So it would be negative 15. The answer would be negative 2.958 and so on over negative 2. Divide by negative 2. 1.479. This is the value of n. Depending on this value of n, I would find the value of m here. The value of m, which is 15 minus n. So I would say now I found that one value of n is 1.479. Then m, which is 15 minus n, so it's 15 minus 1.479. I'm going to do it quickly. 15 minus 1.479, 13.521. So this is one value of m, and this is one value of n. Now let's check. Let's add those two numbers now. Let's add them. I'm gonna use my calculator here. Let's add them. 1.479 plus 13.521 equals 15 exactly. So that's checked. Let's multiply them. 1.479 times 13.521 0.521, 19.997, so approximately 20. So check. Now we found two numbers. And technically we don't need to find the other values, so because now we found the answer to the question says finds two numbers, we found two numbers. We do not need to do the other values of them. That would be the video here for today. I would be posting it on Adsby, and there is a question on us in the assignment similar to that.